Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel for another video, another live stream, and it is game week 2 of the 2022-2023 Sky Bet League 2 season, and we are going to be round upping or, reviewing the action over the week in terms of League 2. Now, before we go on to the actual game weeks and sort of basically talking about the games, looking at the player ratings and stuff like that, I have got a section that I want to go on first, and it is the rant. So not a rant, but basically something I want to talk about the refs at this level. Now, I've not seen it for any other teams so far this season, so if you do support a League 2 team, let me know in the chat, have the refs been awful for you this season, or has it just been, Newport? Because if it's just because I'm the only one that's seen it, basically. So, like I said, on Saturday, yesterday, we had some awful decisions go our way. I thought there was decisions yesterday that we should have been gone the other way. At times, we got fouled in the box. There's at least 2 incidents in the vlog. I made sure I put them in the vlog. 2 incidents in the vlog where our player literally got manhandled to the floor inside the box. Nothing was give. Oh shit! That's why the problem about you doing this live. Just knocked my bloody phone off. Like I said, where was I? Yeah, basically nothing was given. 2 times. I think the first time was either Bogle or Zanzala pulled to the ground, no penalty. And in the second half, Declan Drysdale goes to head the ball and he is getting dragged to the floor by the Walsall defender. Again, nothing given. And I don't know if it's just EFL, I don't know if it's just League 2, but the refs at this league are absolutely embarrassing. And look, Walsall fans have been commenting on my vlog and commenting on my Facebook posts saying that, the ref was fair. I completely disagree. Absolutely disagree. I thought that I've got at least 5 or 6 clips from the game that didn't make the vlog that were basically incidents that should have been given as a penalty, free kick, yellow card, etc. And I just couldn't believe how much got away from that game. And the referee, I think the referee lost the game from like the 20th minute, I think, when it started to get all heated, and Taylor Allen got sent off for Walsall as well. But the game just got away from the referee, and to be honest, I think that was basically the whole sort of what's the word? The whole sort of atmosphere of the game. It just got completely away from the referee, and I don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to sue. I don't want to do this. I don't want to see this, anymore. It's just annoying. It's really annoying, and I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm going over the top. But like I said, let me take your comments, and then we'll get into the actual review part of the show. But I wanted to get that out there. I wanted to get my opinion out there. The thing is, I don't want this to seem over exaggerated. Please smash a like on the video as well, guys. That is absolutely massively appreciated. Smash that red subscribe button and smash the like button as well. It really does help the channel. But I left the game yesterday, and like I said, I don't want to sound, feel sorry for me sort of thing. But I left the game yesterday, and for at least 2 hours after full time, I just felt depressed. I just felt empty inside. I felt depressed. I felt really just like I couldn't be bothered. I didn't want to I literally didn't want to watch any football. I just felt depressed and angry and upset, and like it's like we're being targeted. And I know this is not the case. I mean, it happens all up and down the country, bad decisions. Well, I hope so anyway, considering we get it all the time. And I just wanted to get this out there, and I wasn't going to do a video on it. I thought I was tempted to do a video on it, but I thought I'd just integrate it into this stream. But yeah, I don't want to go over the top because everyone will be like, oh, look at him moaning all the time. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt depressed. I felt really depressed after that result yesterday, and really felt empty inside. So let's take some comments. Chris says, evening mate, long time no see. Did you enjoy your meal? Actually, it was a very, very enjoyable meal. I had a beef dinner, a beef dinner, and a chocolate fudge cake afterwards, and a pint of Carling. So it was really nice to just step away from football for half an hour, well, for a couple of hours with family. It was just nice to take a break from football. It really was. Hello, Mike. Great watch along earlier. Shocking result. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that, Niall. This is not a Man United stream. We couldn't score if a box of mini milks were in goal. Couldn't agree more. Evening to Dave. Evening to True Red. NCFC said, I'd pay the EFL for VAR at League Two at this point. Bradford game had an appalling ref, according to Bradford fans. Donny player won the ball, but accidentally broke a player's leg, but only got a yellow. See, this is what I mean. It's exactly what I mean. Are you having guests on or doing it on your own as always? I didn't really think about getting guests on. Maybe could do that. Maybe. Well, I'll think about that. I don't know about this episode because I just want to get this one done, to be honest with you, with how I feel. But potentially going forward, we could definitely integrate guests. Do you think Crewe Alexandra will get promoted? I don't think this season, Elliot. I think you might struggle a little bit this season and just finish like mid-table, but maybe next season. Well, we will go through the games in a minute, by the way. We are actually going to be going through the games. I just wanted to get that off my chest and then look at the comments. If there was good refs in this league, we'd have beaten Morecambe at League One we'd have beat Morecambe at Wembley being League One. English refs have always been bad in any league. May as well have Stevie Wonder as a referee. He would do a better job. The refs are that bad. On the upside, Mike, Exeter 4, Port Vale 0. Couldn't care, to be honest. Simon, unfortunately, mate. Baker Richardson got his first goal yesterday. Right, now we're actually going to go in and review the game week because that's what we're actually here to do. Wrong thing. We're going to do that. Probably use it on that one. So like I said, absolutely smash that red subscribe button, guys. Please do that. It does mean a lot. Gonna aim for 20 likes again on this video, so hopefully we can get that. And let's get straight into it then. So first game, if it will load, there we are. Let me just sort it out here. So the first game then of the weekend in alphabetical order was Barrow 3, Bradford City 2. Now, let me just, again, we'll go look at the lineups before we look at the at who scored the goals and stuff like that. So for Barrow is Paul Farman in goals, a back four, Patrick Bro, Niall Canavan, the captain, George Ray, Tyrell Warren, Harrison Neal, Sam Foley, Robbie Gotts in the midfield with Whitfield on the left, Billy Waters on the right, and Josh Gordon through the middle. For Bradford, it was Harry Lewis in goals, Brad Halliday and Liam Wrighthall as the fullbacks, Matty Platt and Critchley Noble as the centre-backs. Smallwood the captain, and Ryan East centre midfielders. Harry Chapman on the right, Lee Angle on the left, Alex Gilliard sat in behind for Dane Oliver. Now, this game, nothing really happened in the first half apart from a few yellow cards. Should we change it on that? Yeah, we'll change on that view. Yeah, we'll change on that one. Other than a couple of yellow cards. And then in the second half, past the Elmac, Ben Whitfield opened up the scoring for Barrow, only for Jake Young to equalise 2 minutes after. It then took 20 minutes for Josh Kay to put Barrow 2-1 in front. Andy Cook in the 95th minute thought that he rescued a point for the Bantams, only for Josh Gordon literally a minute later in the 96th minute of the game, won it for Barrow. Let me know your thoughts on that game. Obviously, Bradford thinking and probably expecting to hold on to a point in the 95th minute, only for Barrow to snatch it a minute later in the 96th. In terms of the stats, again, Bradford have dominated a team in possession, but not come out with a win. 61% ball possession compared to 39. Barrow double the shots, but 7 shots. Bradford had 6 on target. Big chances, 1 for Bradford, 2 for Barrow. In terms of the passing, again, dominating them in terms of the passing. Now, looking at that, it's another game where Bradford have battered the opposition and not come away with the victory. Like I said, we will look at the table towards the end, but it's another worrying sign for Bradford that they've battered a team, not just in terms of the possession. They've had more shots on target, had more shots on target, better possession, passing them off the park, but yet cannot get that win. And you've got to look at it. I predicted, and a lot of people predicted, Bradford City to win the League Two title. And now it's becoming a reality. Like a few people have said that maybe they're not going to win it. And maybe, it's just not their time. Chris says, another brilliant result for Barrow. Looks like I'm eating my words on Barrow at the moment. It's only 2 games, isn't it, Chris, to be fair, at the moment. The next game, Colchester United against Carlisle United. Now, obviously, Chris was at this game, so I'm presuming he's in the middle of writing us his thoughts on this game. Obviously, he was at the game, so he knows more about it than anyone else. Let me just have a look at a few comments. Lewis says, geez, you're doing this late. What happened? Well, I went for a meal and went for a meal to step away from football for a bit because I was feeling a bit down and depressed with the football, if I'm truthfully honest, Lewis. Didn't get back till like 7 o'clock and just thought I'd do it now, to be honest, yeah. So that's why. But at least I am doing it. At least I didn't forget. So in goals for Colchester was Sam Hornby, Ryan Clampin, Tom Eastman, the captain Luke Chambers, and Junior Chumediu. Cole Scoops, Alan Judge as the double pivot with Luke Hannant on the left, Alex Newby on the right, Noel Chilvers sat behind Freddie Sears. For Carlisle, it was Thomas Holy in goals. Finn Back, Ben Barkley, Morgan Feeney, the skipper, John Mellish, Jack Armour, Owen Moxon, Callum Guy, and Jordan Gibson, with Ryan Edmondson and Christian Dennis up front. In terms of the score, it was 19 minutes all it took for Noah Chilvers to open the scoring for the U's. And then right before half time, an Owen Moxon assist provided the goal for Christian Dennis. Not much happened in terms of the second half, couple of yellow cards for the Cumbrians, but a big point from Carlisle, considering it's such a difficult place to go. In terms of the stats from the game, 47% possession compared to 53, pretty equal game in that aspect. Equal in terms of the shots, both had 5 shots on target. In terms of the big chances, Carlisle United had 3 big chances and missed all 3 of them. In terms of the passing, again, it was pretty much equal in terms of, both of them nearly under 400 passes in the game. Let me know your thoughts on Colchester versus Carlisle. Chris was obviously at the game. Says, I'll take a point at Colchester. We always struggle there. But again, we didn't take our chances in first half. Their goal come from Barkley losing possession. That's all they've done, really. A point, fair result in the end. We were the better team in the first half. Colchester, better team in the second half. And then he says, if you win your home games, draw your away games, you could potentially have a great season. Yeah, and you won last week at home. Nice point away from Colchester is not the end of the world. Moving on to the third game then of the game week, and it was at the, I don't know what this stadium is called these days. It's been called all sorts of different stadium names, Crawley, but it is Crawley who took on Leyton Orient. In terms of the lineups for Crawley, they went with Corey Ade in goals, Toby Omaloy, Dion Conroy, and George Frankham as the 3 centre-backs. James Tilley as the left wing-back with Travis Johnson as the right wing-back. Balagizi, Hessenthaler and Jenks in the midfield three, with Dom Telford and the captain Tom Nichols up front. On the bench, for the visitors, Leyton Orient's Lawrence Vigouroux in goals, very good goalkeeper. Tom James and Rob Hunt as the fullbacks, Omar Beckles, Daniel Happ as the centre-backs, with Craig Clay, George Moncur, Darren Pratley. By the way, what a midfield three that is. Craig Clay, George Moncur, Darren Pratley. That will get a lot of points this season with that midfield alone. Theo Archibald on the right, Ruel Sutrio on the left, and Charlie Kellman through the middle. Another Baron spell for Dom Telford. Don't say I didn't predict it. And the goal did come 5 minutes into the second half. Thomas James' goal was the only goal to separate the two teams in West Sussex. In terms of stats, it was all Crawley Town with 65% possession compared to the 35 of Leyton Orient. 11 Leyton Orient shots compared to 3 of Crawley. 2 of their 11 being on target, with only 1 of Crawley's 3 being on target. Crawley did miss a big chance as well, so maybe that would have potentially levelled up the game. And 14 fouls for Leyton Orient is very high. In terms of the passing, again, you're going to expect Crawley to have a lot of passing if they've got possession. So a very good away win there for Leyton Orient in that one. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Chris says, good away win for Leyton Orient. Another screamer from Tom James. I saw that goal. Yeah, fantastic finish. He says, Tom James having his own goal of the season competition. I wish. I've still got that banner on. I didn't mean to have that on. Sorry, forgot about that. Should have reminded me in the chat. I still had the Rant banner on there. So, yeah, good away win there for Leyton Orient going to West Sussex. Definitely a difficult place to go, Crawley Town. Even though they've not been that good this season, still a difficult place to go. Moving on to the next fixture then, and a result that didn't expect in terms of the scoreline. Crewe Alexandra 3, Harrogate Town 0. Again, we'll go on to the lineups. So in goals for Crewe Alexandra was the on-loan Arsenal goalkeeper Arthur Akwanko. Zach Williams at left-back with Kelvin Mellor at right-back. Luke Offord, the centre-back and the captain, alongside Rod McDonald. So that, Carlisle combination of Rod McDonald and Kelvin Mellor being, a big part of Crewe's sort of backline. Tarek Awakwi and Connor Thomas as the double pivot. Basala Sambu and Lachlan Brook, with Callum Ainley sat in behind Daniel Agai. For Harrogate, it was Peter Jameson in goals, Mile Welch Hayes, Warren Burrell, the captain, Joe Mattock as the free, Thompson as the right wing back, with Headley left wing back, Osterfield and Dooley, with Patterson and Daly sat in behind Luke Armstrong. In terms of the game, it was Daniel Agai again just before half time. Or I was going to say just before, but you'll see something in a minute. On the 44th minute, opening scoring from a Zach Williams assist. Don't know why that's happened. There we go. From a Zach Williams assist, and then it only took 4 minutes later for Crewe to double their lead. A Kelvin Mellor goal from Callum Ainley assist. Obviously, Kelvin Mellor, former of Carlisle United. And then 13 minutes from time, Courtney Baker-Richardson scoring his first Crewe Alexandra goal, obviously signed from Newport County in the summer, getting his Crewe career off the mark. Only took 9 minutes after coming off the bench to replace Lachlan Brook. Good moment for Courtney Baker-Richardson there. In terms of the stats, again, possession was pretty much equal in terms of 48 to 52. Shots pretty much equal, with Crewe having 5 on target compared to 3 on target of Harrogate. In terms of the fouls, 12 to 11. And the passing, again, Harrogate with a few more passes and accurate passes actually both same as 71%. Let me know your thoughts on this result. Crewe Alexandra 3, Harrogate Town 0. Be interested to know your thoughts on that game. Like I said, if you are watching this stream and you've not done so already, please absolutely smash that red subscribe button, smash the like button as well. It really does help the channel grow and push it to a larger audience, a League Two audience as well. Chris says, I expected better from Harrogate after pulling Swindon pants down on the opening weekend. Good start to the season for Crewe. Back-to-back wins for Crewe after beating Rochdale in Gameweek 1. It's going to be so hard to remember who everyone played when we do like Gameweek Roundup 5 or 6 or 7. But at the moment, they've only played one game, so I remember all of their first 2 games. But it's going to be hard when it gets to like Gameweek 9, Gameweek 10. Like I said, the format of this, so we'll be go through the games, then go through the league table and wrap up with the team of the week, and then I'll probably do a little poll at the end, like I did last week, in terms of like player, in terms of performance of the weekend from a certain team as well. So we'll do that. Moving on to the next game, then. Wrong tab. There we are. The next game is Doncaster Rovers 2, Sutton United 1. Interesting result. I expected Doncaster to win, but I thought it was going to be a bit high scoring than 2-1. I thought it was a larger margin than that. In terms of the lineups, then it was Jonathan Mitchell in goals, Maxwell Alui, Roshawn Williams, and Kyle Noel as the back 4. Tommy Rowe, the captain, Adam Clayton, and Kyle Hurst as the 3 in midfield. And then Biggins on the left, Josh Andrews on the right, and George Miller through the middle for Doncaster. For Sutton United, then it was Jack Rose in goals, Kizzy, Rowe, John, and Milsom as the back 4. The 4 in front of them was Baldwin, Smith, the captain, Eastman, and Josh Newfill, and Omar Bugle and Donovan Wilson as the 2 strikers. Now, this game had a lot of controversy and a lot of drama surrounding it. I was watching the results go in, and I was like, wow, sort of thing. It's just crazy. So they did take off to a very good start. Sutton United scoring inside 16 minutes, probably against the run of play as well, to be fair. You're not expecting them to win that game. But 16 minutes into the game, Donovan Wilson made it 1-0 to the visitors. And then not much happened during the game in terms of, action. But the last 2 minutes, the last 2 minutes of the game, the 92nd and 94th minute, sent the keep mode into absolute ruptures. George Miller first from a Tommy Rowe assist to make it 1-1. And then in the 94th minute, it was George Miller turning provider for Kieran Agard to win the game for Doncaster from 1-0 down. 4 minutes added on, as you can see. And in the 94th minute, the last minute of the game, Kieran Agard wins it for Doncaster. A real blow for Sutton United, that to lose it in that manner. Going on to the stats, 56% possession, 44. Well, you can basically see the stats. I'll just sort of talk about the main ones. 15 shots compared to 12. Both had 4 on target. 3 big chances compared to 1. Both teams missed a big chance. What they class a big chance, I don't know, as I'm really know, to be honest. Passing as well, just falling past the 300 where they're passing the 300 in there. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Doncaster Rovers 2, Sutton United 1. How much of a body blow would that be for a Sutton fan to go into added time 1-0 up? You concede the equaliser in the 92nd, and then you concede the losing goal basically in in the 94th minute. Look, that's a kick in the teeth. That's an absolute kick in the bloody goonies if that happens. Let me just quickly set a poll. Right, I will be adding potential options during the stream for potential performance of the week. Chris says, what a way to win for Doncaster. On the flip side, that is a unbelievably unlucky way to lose. If you're a Sutton fan, that would hurt. That would hurt, especially as an away game as well. Moving on to the next game then. Gillingham taking on Rochdale, and it did finish. Actually, I can do it from here, can't I? Yeah, I can do it from here. So we'll just do it from here rather than going on to the different games all the time. We can literally analyse it from here. So the lineups for the game then. Gillingham went with Glenn Morris in goals, Ryan Law, Elkin Baggett, Max Emma, Will Wright as the back four, with Sean Williams the captain and Ollie Lee as the double pivot. Casket off the left, Jordan Green off the right, Ben Reeves sat behind Michael Mandron. And looking at Rochdale's team, they had in their team Richard O'Donnell in between the sticks, Sam Graham, captain Ethan Ebanks Landell, Cameron John as well. White and Seriki as the wing backs, with Ball, Diagora and Brealey, Ian Henderson and Devante Rodney up front. In terms of the way the game went, the goal from Gillingham was 9 minutes into the game. A assist from Wright, turning provider for Scott Casket, to put the Gills 1-0 in front and get a very, very big win for Gillingham. In terms of the stats, like you said, you can see it there. Average in terms of possession, shots, Gillingham obliterated them. Shots on target, they were better. In terms of the corner kicks, again, very equal. Passing, just about in favour of just in favour of Rochdale, and Gillingham just falling below. So yeah, you could probably look at that and say that Gillingham definitely deserved it. Let me know in the chat your thoughts on that game. Gillingham 1, Rochdale 0. That's an interesting result for Gillingham, and Rochdale starting slowly. Obviously lost game week 1, lost again in game week 2. Worrying signs for them, I must say. Must be honest there. Moving on to the next game, then we go to a very boring one, really. Grimsby Town 1, Northampton Town 1. In terms of the lineups, we'll go for that first. For Grimsby, it was Max Crocombe in goals, with Anthony Driscoll, Glennon, Andy Smith, captain Luke Waterfall, and Mitchie Effete as the four across the back. Bryn Morris, Kieran Green, and Gavan Holohan as the midfield three. Harry Clifton on the left. Brandon Keenan on the right, with Ryan Taylor up front. For Northampton, then, it was Lee Burge in goals, Tyler McLaw, Sam Shering, captain John Guthrie, and Ali Koike back across the back four. The main man again, Sam Hoskins on the left, Mitch Pinnock on the right, with Sowerby and Sean McWilliams, with Danny Hilton and Lewis Apire up front. Yeah, Gillingham off the map, which they'll be happy with, absolutely. In terms of the game then, it was actually the visitors who did take the lead. Again, it was Sam Hoskins in the 74th minute. Probably looked like he was going to get the result for the Cobblers in back-to-back wins in the league. But 1 minute after coming on as a substitute for Harry Clifton, Jordan Maguire-Drew, 1 minute after coming off the bench, equalised it with 2 minutes from time to rescue a point for the Cod Army. And look, well, you know, the Fish, because I don't actually know what their nickname is, to be honest. Grimsby, is it? I actually don't know. But yeah, it's a great win, a great point there for Grimsby after losing to Leyton Orient on the opening day. The Mariners, that's it. The Mariners, I think. So good result for them there. Ryan Haynes getting booked as well. He done that quite a few times at Newport, to be fair. In terms of the stats, it looked like they absolutely dominated them in terms of the stats. More possession, 23 Grimsby shots compared to 8 of Northampton. 9 of theirs were on target. Half of Northampton's were on target. And they look at that. They absolutely obliterated them. Do you know what? If there's a Grimsby fan watching this, I actually feel sorry for you that you've not won the game. I mean, the stats tell you everything you should know. Possession, yes. Shots, yes. Shots on target, yes. Corners, yes. Big chances, yes. Big chances missed. Shots inside the box, 17 shots inside the box. More passes, more accurate passes, more dribbles, more possession, lost. Duels won, aerials won. Tackles were more. I mean, look at that. And they absolutely obliterated Northampton Town, and they've come away with only a point. They will be... I know obviously they've got a point and they're off the mark, but I think Grimsby may be a bit disheartened that they've not come away with a win there, because they've absolutely obliterated them. They've absolutely obliterated Northampton Town in that one, and unlucky for them, they've not got the win. Moving on to the next game, and it was the first 0-0 draw of the weekend, not the last as well. And it was a boring game to sort of analyse. Hartlepool 0, AFC Wimbledon 0. In terms of let me just sort that out. In terms of the lineup, someone's just messaged me. Let me just... Right, there we go. In terms of the lineup, it was Ben Killip in goals, Ewan Murray, Alex Lacey and Menyasi as the back three. Ferguson, left wing back, Jamie Sterry, right wing back, Mohammed, Niang and Featherstone, the captain, with Callum Cook sat behind Jack Hasty and Josh Umrah. For Wimbledon, the visitors, without Jack Radoni, of course, Nick Zanev in goals, Nightingale, the captain, Alex Pearce and Lee Brown. Chris Gunter in the team as the right wing back, with Curry as the left wing back. Chislett, McComa and Marsh sat behind Davison and Assal. So very, very interesting there from that Wimbledon team. In terms of the stats, as obviously there was nothing to talk about in terms of the action. Pretty equal in terms of the possession, shots in favour of Hartlepool. And by the looks of it, it does look like the majority of the stats and the main key stats in terms of like the passing, in terms of where's it gone? In terms of the possession, in terms of the shots, it did pretty much go in the favour of Hartlepool. So again, the home side really probably thinking that, you know, they should have come away with more than a point. Reading a few comments about the last match. Quality result for Grimsby. Will feel hard done by that they didn't win exactly. Start of the game, you would have felt Northampton be disappointed with a point, but it's the other way around. They'll actually be happy with they'll probably be walking away thinking, how the hell have we got a point from that? Northampton will be like, how we've got a point from that game, we don't know. So we'll take the point and run. Let me know your thoughts on that last game as well, Chris. Obviously, I know you're going to be a bit behind obviously because of the YouTube delay and stuff. So Hartlepool, Wimbledon, your thoughts on that. Getting towards the end of the game week. This game then, Mansfield Town 1, Tranmere Rovers 0 against the struggling Tranmere. I think Tranmere are going to actually struggle a bit next season or this season. I just don't see where the consistency lies with Tranmere, and I really don't. Call me negative for them. I don't care what you want to say. That's my honest opinion. I think they're going to struggle massively. Have a look at the lineups then. For Mansfield, it was Christie, Pym in goals, Harbolter, Ollie Hawkins, John Joe Toole, Akins, right wing back, the captain, Stephen McLaughlin, left wing back, Quinn, Maris and Boateng in the midfield three, Jordan Berry and Reece Oates up front. For Tranmere then, it was Ross. Did they actually wear that green kit? That would have looked disgusting. It looks like snot. Ross Doohan in goals. Darcy's Cogley, Robinson, Byrne, Jameson, and Ethan Bristow as the back five. McClear, O'Connor, and Paul Lewis as the three in midfield. Elliott, Nevitt, and Kane Hemmings, the captain up front. By this match rating of an 8.2 for Ross Doohan, you could probably suggest that Ross Doohan, 7 saves. 6 saves from inside the box. I was going to say, you can probably tell that Ross Doohan had to do everything for Tranmere to keep Mansfield out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to set that to Gameweek 1 so you can't see who's in the team of the week. Those were the lineups. The goal did come in the second half on the Elmac. Hiram Boateng with the assist, finding Riley Harbottle to get a vital home win for Mansfield Town. Seeing the likes of Anthony Hartcombe, Elliot Hewitt, Will Swan, George Lapsley coming on. Obviously good for them. John Nolan playing for Tranmere Rovers this season. In terms of the stats, again, absolutely obliterate them. 17 shots, 9 on target. So the goalkeeper, Ross Doohan, was very, very busy between the Tranmere sticks to keep out 9 shots on target. And they did miss a big chance. Well, both teams did. This is the interesting one. 7 saves from Tranmere to deny Mansfield. So in terms of the result, they've lost 1-0. But if Ross Doohan wasn't in between the sticks, it could have been a lot more than 1-0. Could have been a lot more than 1-0. So, Tranmere have got their goalkeeper to thank. And that is the whole point of getting a good goalkeeper in between the sticks. A good goalkeeper is absolutely vital to have. That's where you build your team. That's where you build the base of your team from having a solid goalkeeper. Going back to the comment, Hartlepool game was what I expected, a tight game. I predicted Hartlepool win, but still not bad for Wimbledon, 4 out of 6 points. Luke says Nigel Clough and his Mansfield team have kept the core of that squad last season that nearly got them promotion. So this time I expect Mansfield to promote to League One, potentially. I expected Mansfield to win. They're a better team. I expect them to win league. Good win, and this has been Tranmere's problem since James Vaughan left in 2021. No goal scorer. I'm going to put this in the chat. I think I'm going to do this every week. I'm going to come up with a different question. And this week's question is, are Tranmere Rovers in trouble this season? And that's what I'm going to do every week, unless there's like a breaking news. Because what I'm going to do is a weekly roundup. Not only will I obviously round up the games, but if we get like a manager getting sacked or something drastic like that, I might include this in this roundup, or I might do a video for it. I'm not too sure about that. But the question is, are Tranmere Rovers in trouble this season? And the way I say that is they just don't look like they've got a goal scorer in their team. I don't know if Kane Hemmings is the right answer. I don't know if Elliot Nevitt is the right answer either. The consistency is awful. That's an interesting question for this week. This will be this week's question. Are Tranmere Rovers in trouble this season? Moving on to the next game. Don't want to do it, but we have to. Newport County 0, Walsall 1. In terms of the lineup, it was unchanged from last week for both teams. I'll go for it again. Nick Townsend in goals, Demetrio, the captain, Matty Dolan, Declan Drysdale as the three across the back. Will Evans, left wing back. Cameron Norman, right wing back. Scotty Bennett, Aaron Wildig, and Sam Bowen as the three, with Ofrande Zanzala and Omar Bogle up front. For Walsall, it was Owen Evans in goals. Back three of Donovan Daniels, the captain, Peter Clark and Manny Monte. Taylor Allen, left wing back. Hayden White, right wing back. Liam Kinsella, Brandon Comley, with Isaac Hutchinson sat behind Andy Williams and Danny Johnson. Now, the goal for Walsall came in weird circumstances in the 63rd minute. It was You've seen it in the vlog, guys. The ball comes in. It was scrappy, just trying to get the ball away. And eventually the ball did cross the line. And it was Mickey Demetrio that put the ball into his own net. And that was the only goal that separated the two teams. We did have a goal disallowed wrongly, by the way, for an offside, which wasn't the case. If anyone's seen the clip, I might post it on my Twitter later, just to show that it definitely wasn't offside. Bad refereeing decisions in this game potentially cost us. And then towards the end of the game, in the 84th minute, a petulant challenge from Taylor Allen to deny Newport getting into, getting the ball into the box did see the right or the left wing back get sent off due to a second yellow. In terms of the stats, again, I think we battered them. I think we absolutely battered them. 61% possession, 13 shots to 3, 7 corners to 1. Big chances. We missed a big chance. That was probably Zanzala's chance that he missed. 8 shots inside the box. We're improving that from last season. They made one big save from, or their goalkeeper made one big save. Owen Evans, sorry. Passing, again, I think we were the better team in terms of that aspect. Let me know your thoughts on that. Newport County 0, Walsall 1. No, in my opinion, they're in trouble of falling away from the playoff places. I agree with that. No, in my opinion, but right, okay, I get you. Another Tranmere problem could be they went back to appoint Mickey Mellon. Yes, it worked out first time, but no guarantee it's going to work out second time. 100% agree with that as well. If you are new to the stream, guys, please make sure to drop us a sub. It really will help the channel and really help it grow to a more broader League Two audience, which is what I want to get with these streams. And also drop us a like if you haven't done so already. We're currently sat on 9 likes at the moment. Let's try and get it to 20. That'll be absolutely superb. Chris also says, class win for Newport. Perfect start to the season. I'll redo that. Class win for Walsall. Perfect start to the season for them. Only negative was going down to 10 men, which could have changed the game. But there's a saying, 10 men can also be had to beat. 100% agree. Moving on to the penultimate game then, was at the Lamex. Stevenage taking on New Boys Stockport County. In terms of the lineups then for Stevenage, it's like a Christmas tree. Look at that. Ashby Hammond in goals, back 5 of Clark, captain Carl Piaragiani, Terence Van Kooten, Sweeney and James Walden, Taylor, Bostwick and Reeves in the midfield 3 with Luke Norris and Jordan Roberts up front. For the visitors then, it was Ben Hinchcliffe in goals, Fraser Horsfall, Ashley Palmer, Ryan Johnson as the back 3, with Saveham and Rydell as the wing backs, Crowsdale, Collar and Sarkovic as the 3, with the captain Paddy Madden alongside Kyle Wotton. The game then, in terms of the action, started off in very, very bad start for Steve Evans. Got booked. I'm not too sure what it was for, but he did get booked for Stevenage, probably for trying to eat some food on the touchline. I'm joking. Before people kick off and start unsubscribing and stuff like that. That's what I'll say. But in the second half, Callum Camps made a great start after coming on for Will Collar in the first half. In the 58th minute, gave Stockport a great 1-0 lead. And then in the 88th minute, Luke Norris then levelled up from the spot after Ashley Palmer was sent off in that instant. Obviously, Luke Norris took the resulting penalty and scored. And then in the 95th minute of added time, Jamie Reid managed to win it at the death for Stevenage with 1 minute from time. Jamie Reid wins the game for Stevenage to give themselves 2 wins from 2 at the start of the League Two season. Didn't mean to do that. In terms of the possession, again, Stockport outplaying in terms of possession. way more, well, 4 times more shots Stevenage had over Stockport. And it seemed like pretty much an 50-50 game, more passes, but then they're nearly more accurate. Dribbles more, but they lost possession more. So, more aerial, more duels won. They won more aerial duels. So it did look like a 50-50 game, which was just defined off a penalty and a last-minute winner. I think they're going to be. I think Stockport are going to be annoyed with Ashley Palmer for getting sent off and conceding the penalty that late in the game when they're 1-0 up. I think that'll be something that'll annoy them. Tranmere just lack quality over these 2 games, in my opinion. They don't really look like they can score loads of goals either at the moment. Still early days, things can change, but can't see it. I know we went back to Paul Simpson, which is second manager spell at the club, but that's different. Simo knows the club and the EFL leagues. It works for some, it doesn't work for some. I think Mellon coming back to Tranmere is becoming stale, plus Carlisle and Tranmere in different situations. Again, Mickey Mellon, I just don't think his football is up to date. I think his football is a bit boring and a bit, like you said, stale. Stockport having a wake-up call start to the season so far. Knowing Stockport, Chris, they'll go and have like 6 or 7 wins in a row. I'm just waiting for that spark to hit at Edgeley Park. The final game then of the week was at Swindon. Swindon Town 0, Salford City 0. Now, two teams that could be up there at the end of the season in terms of promotion. In terms of the lineups, though, for this game, before we get into obviously the stats and the details of the game, Solomon Bryn in goals for Swindon, a back three of captain Angus MacDonald, Matthew Baudry and Kieran Brennan. Hutton as the right wing back with Tyree Shade as the left wing back on loan from Leicester. Great signing. Can Reid and Glenn Gladwin in the midfield with Jacob Wakelin and Harry McCurdy up front. For the visitors, for the Ammies, it was Tom King in goals. Obviously, former Newport County goalkeeper, Wales international. I really do want him to concede. I don't want him to concede. I want him to succeed, especially apart from when he's playing for Salford against Newport. Jason Lowe, Theo Vassell, Richard Narty is the back three, who had a very good opening day. Richard Narty got into the team of the week. Luke Bolton, right wing back. Ibo Toure, left wing back and skipper for Salford City. Elliot Watt, I don't know why I keep accidentally clicking on them. Elliot Watt and Ryan Watson as sort of holding midfielders, with Connor McElhenney sat behind Brandon Thomas Asante and Callum Hendry. In terms of the game, looking at it, you could see that going into this game, just based off that you knew it was going to be a tight, feisty affair, a lot of tackles flying in, and, they get... Hang on, I didn't mean to do that. What's going on there? Let me sort this out a second. Don't know what's happened there, guys. Right. So as you can see, there we go. We'll do it again. So inside the first 36 minutes, already 4 players are on a yellow card. So you're looking at that and you're like, right, okay, there's a real good chance that this could get really feisty. And then Harry McCurdy, already on a yellow card, fouls. I can't remember who he fouled, but obviously a second yellow card sees red for Harry McCurdy. I mean, they had 7 yellow cards and a red card in this game. Awful discipline from Swindon Town in this one, and they did get away with it in an aspect. They didn't lose the game to it. Looking at the stats then, before we get into the table and the team of the week. Again, Salford battering Swindon in terms of possession, but this is exactly what a Salford team do. They batter you in terms of possession. They pretty much do it every game. They'll batter you in terms of possession, in terms of shots, in terms of, passes. They'll play you off the park. They just cannot find that end product. Potentially with, obviously, Callum Hendry and Brandon Thomas Asante, they may get that sort of consistency up front this season to help them get over the line in tight matches. Same I'm expected it in reference to the Stockport sort of change. I heard Steve Evans treated his players to a burgering after the game. Unfortunately, Steve Evans is a winner. Just look at his CV with clubs, though he didn't get Mansfield promoted when he was at the Walsall Stadium. Richard Narty was on trial at us in pre-season. Interesting. Surprised he didn't go for him because he's a very good player. Very true, the true red. And Salford should be disappointed not to take advantage of 10-man Swindon. Right, what do you want first? Do you want to have a look at the league table or have a look at the team of the week? Let me know in the chat. Team of the week or have a look at the league table. Be interesting to see what you guys want to... I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to follow Salford. No thanks. That's not the team of the week for this week, by the way, before anyone asks. Feel Nigel Clough will, though, judging from the success last season, because they've kept the call from that success, got them down for automatic promotion. I've got Mansfield down for automatic as well. Not the title, but for automatic. Aaron McCurdy trying to get straight red so he can't come to Brunton Park. Oh, God. Yeah, let me know what you want to see first then, because I will be wrapping this up within the next 10 minutes, because I don't want this to... I kind of don't want these to go past an hour. Obviously, if there's a lot to talk about, I'm going to have to go past an hour. By the way, the results of that poll, I said, are Tranmere Rovers in trouble this season? 17% say no. 17% say yes, with 83% saying no. So, yeah, that was just a little sort of observation that I made. But right, I'll tell you what, we'll go team of the week, and then we'll go table, and then we'll wrap it up, end it on the table. So in terms of the team of the week this week, then obviously we've got to change this to week 2. So in goals, it was Ross Dewan, the back 4 of the team of the week. They always go over 4-4-2. Right, Will Nightingale, Richard Narty, and Driscoll Glennon make up the back 4. Curry and Ben Reeves with George Maris and Hiram Boateng. Ben Whitfield and George Miller make up the team of the week. Stephanie, oh God. Yeah, we don't need any of that. So I probably can't argue with that. I know that no Walsall players would get in because Walsall. I forgot to have a look at that, Chris. I'll have a look at that in a minute when I end the stream. But yeah, I'm quite. Swindon fans turn on McCurdy just like McCurdy ex clubs, including ourselves. We turned our back on him as well. We turned our back on him. Do you agree with that team of the week, guys? I pretty much agree with it. All of those players have had a very good week. Obviously, Ross Dewan was excellent in between the sticks against Mansfield. Ben Whitfield literally carried Barrow in that game against Bradford. George Miller was excellent against Sutton, scoring and providing to get them the win. Jason Curry was excellent. George Maris and Hiram Boateng, unbelievable in that midfield. That's going to be a big part of Mansfield's success next season. And yeah, I probably agree with that. I would agree with that team of the week. I don't think there's much that can sort of be said, because I can't make a case for any Newport players because we lost the game ultimately, and not often will you get a team of the week where a team loses. Looking at the table, still 4 teams winless in the league. Those 4 teams: Crawley, Stockport, Rochdale, Tranmere, all winless after the first 2 games of the season. Rochdale, Tranmere in the bottom 2. Yet to find a win in the season: Colchester, Bradford, Sutton, Newport, Grimsby, Swindon and Hartlepool. Hartlepool 20th, Swindon 19th, Grimsby 18th, Newport then at 17th, Sutton 16th, Bradford 15th and Colchester 14th. That's what it is. Making up the teams before the playoffs then: Mansfield 13th after a win and a loss, the same as Gillingham and Harrogate. Why have they got Leyton Orient? What? Why have they got Leyton Orient at 10th? Right, Leyton Orient should be 5th. So, don't know why they've done that. So, Doncaster 10th. What? Don't know what they've done here. That's really thrown me off. Right, let me get another League 2 table up. I don't know why SofaScore have done that. How can a team on 6 points be... Right, let me put it on here. Right, let me put the table on from this website, from just Google in general. I don't know why that happened. So back where we were. So Harrogate 11th, Doncaster 10th, Carlisle 9th and Northampton 8th before the playoffs. Salford, Wimbledon, Stevenage and Barrow making up the playoffs, with Leyton Orient, Crewe and Walsall top 3 in the league. Carlisle 8th, I'll take that. SofaScore, you legends. And anyway, that is where we're going to wrap it up. Like I said, I had to have my initial sort of, not rant, but my initial speaking about the referees and the situation at the weekend. Then obviously reviewing all the fixtures, looking at the team of the week, and just glancing over the league table. The league table bit will become more relevant the deeper we get into the season, but I'm going to check it anyway. But until we probably get to game week roundup, game week 8 or game week 9, that's when we can start to really look at obviously the table and basically what the table says. So massive. Before we go, I will put this comment on screen. It says, "Great stream as always, pal. Let's get Mike to 3K." A massive shout out to Chris, one of my greatest mates and a really good subscriber and really good supporter of the channel. I'm using your line there, Chris. But thanks for tuning in for the stream. Thanks for everyone joining the stream. I didn't even share this stream out today. So it shows that sometimes without sharing the stream, you can actually get some very good interaction. So when this stream ends, I will go and quickly share it around. So if you do see it on your Twitter feed, please make sure to give it a retweet and a like as well. Thank you to everyone for tuning in, for True Red, for Chris, for other people in the chat, which I'm trying to remember, for Lewis, for Simon, for NCFC, for Niall, for Dave. There's quite a lot that I forgot. So thanks to everyone for tuning in for this weekly roundup. The content is coming thick and fast. We have got Carabao Cup round 1 predictions out tomorrow, as well as my Luton Town match preview. The thick and the content is thick and fast. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, up the county, and thanks for watching.